he is one of the most difficult running backs to tackle in the open field because he's big, he's fast, he's got excellent vision and feel, and you saw all of that today.
Right, and Breece is usually doing that by himself.
Exactly.
But this was about play design, so let's tip our hat to Nathaniel Hackett. He's using Xavier Gibson. Xavier Gibson, they're like, man, you're going to get the miles. I don't know if he got an Apple Watch on. This dude does more ghost reverses without touching the ball than anybody. He can get one today. He can get one. But what happens is when you do that, then now what happens, they have to communicate. So they were in some type of man, and what happened is the defensive end jumped outside of the tight split of Lazard, right, to make sure that he's not sealed in because that's a crack alignment. So he's taught if the guy is split tight to the line of scrimmage to get outside of him. And then the cornerback jumped outside because he has to honor the ghost because he has to line up off of one. Then now what happens is now you just created a natural seal. So when you pull through, they pull two. They only needed one. And then Breece isn't going to get caught when you get him to the second level. It's just too much speed, too much power. Only a safety can hope to do is cut his legs out. So, let's give credit where credit is due. We've been talking about why isn't Mecole Hardman playing. Xavier Gibson and what he's able to do in his ghost reverses. And next week, set up. Because maybe you hand him one then, or maybe you fake one to him and you throw it. It's no different than what Miami's doing right now where they have Tyreek here and he motions straight out. Right, it just causes late play communication, and that was a great play design. And you want to continue to get Breece in space because he's difficult to bring down.
Yeah, listen, I think it was overall, from the offensive line standpoint, you saw the double team on the front side, and that's what hurts you, right? Because, if ABT was in that spot, that's something they could have linked on early in the second half, but they relied on Max Mitchell and obviously Joe Tippmann there. But for the Jets offensive line to be effective, man, they're going to have to continue to have big splash plays like that to at least make defense, feel like the run of the threat is legit. Breece Hall had a magnificent day, man. They took the gloves off. He showed up in a major way. He answered the bell.
And the thing about Breece Hall that's so exciting is this is just a glimpse of what he can be if he stays healthy now. Because we saw it last year when he started to become the #1 guy a few games in. 22 rushing attempts today. That's the most he's had in his career. This season, he's had 54 now rushing attempts, 387 yards. He's averaging over 7 yards per carry this season. He can be the difference for a team.
I've said this before, and it's only going to open up things for Garrett Wilson eventually. Remember, at first, it was the Breece Hall show, and Breece Hall was the one who really was the front runner for Rookie of the Year. But what I really like is the fact that, when you have a guy like Breece, you get these explosive plays without having to put the ball at risk. And now you're going to be able to have counters off of it because I would like to see them bring back the pony package we talk about all the time. Because I feel like you have to try, and it's tough, man, because you love Michael Carter. But I think that, Cook is a great, bigger version of Michael Carter in the third down package because if you're going to feed Breece, you got to try and get, opportunities to get Dalvin Cook the ball because he's great in the screen game, third down. He's capable of popping off. See, the problem is, and we kind of laugh, we see Breece and he looks like he can take it every play, and then we watch Cook. He got 8 yards run. It's like,
we're spoiled.
Only 8?
Yeah, it's like watching Vince Carter come dunk, and then you watch Chris Paul come and hit a mid-range jumper. It's like, it's still 2 points, but it ain't the same. It don't look the same. So he's only going to get stronger.